Welcome to Jimmy Dick's International Eats. Hey y'all, it's been a minute since I've spoken on one of my videos. Today we're going to make lemon chicken and it is delicious and easy as always. All my recipes are easy. If this is your first video watching, please subscribe to the channel. It'd be nice to have you around. We have recipes from all over the world and America. So this is a shallot. I'm just going to dice this up nice and put it in a bowl to set aside. I'm doing what they call mise en place. I'm just prepping everything in advance so that when it's time to cook, everything's ready to go. It really does speed up your cook time too. Plus, it eliminates forgetting an ingredient. And that's just something that we all do. How many times have you been cooking something and you look to the right and then there's an ingredient that was you set out so you wouldn't forget it and you forgot it? Story of my life, as you will see in just a few minutes. So now I got 3 cloves of garlic that I'm going to beat up. Just give them a smash, give them a peel, and don't forget to cut off that woodsy end because who wants to be chewing on that? Not this guy. So you could run this through like a press, or you could mince it up really fine. I like to have it a little larger pieces, only because it holds up to the heat better and doesn't burn as quick. Because this is going to go into a smoking hot pan here in a little bit, and we don't want it to burn. And eventually I do get there. So I'm only using 2 chicken breasts, but I'm going to show you a little trick to make them stretch. Food is expensive right now. This is a good way to make your chicken stretch. Plus, it just tastes so good. What I'm going to do is I have these 2 chicken breasts here. I'm going to cut them into pieces. And the thicker end, I'm going to cut in half, so it's not so thick. Look at how many pieces of chicken you get out of 1 chicken breast. They look small. Well, not yet, because we're going to smash them and they're going to flatten out. And what that does, it just melts in your mouth. It's just, the chew is great. It's just so good. So once I get these thick ends cut in half, then we're going to go get the saran wrap and my meat tenderizer. You can put these in a Ziploc bag, but that becomes a pain. Just use plastic wrap. I mean, you can use a plastic bag if you want, but this is just so much easier. Using the flat end, give it a good smash. All right. You don't want to smash it till it falls apart, but you do want to smash it until it's very thin. You'll know. It's one of those learn as you go type things. A lot of people say press it down and push away. I don't do that, I just pound it. That one tried to get away. Plus you keep your hands clean, which is important. Throw that away for sure. Now, let's make our dredge. I'm going to use about a cup of flour. Then I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. What that does is just makes it extra crispy and so good. Then we're going to add lemon pepper. Oh, it's lemon chicken. Why not add lemon pepper? Because chicken loves lemon and chicken loves pepper. Next, I'm going to throw in some oregano. I'm using Mexican oregano, but you can use any kind, Italian, whatever. These are red chili flakes, like the kind you put on your pizza. This is not a hot dish, but it does give it a little something something. And then we got garlic powder. And then finally, we're going to add salt. Now remember, that chicken is plain. It's not seasoned at all. So you want to make sure your flour is very seasoned. We're just going to give them a quick dredge and transfer it to a paper plate. Why a paper plate? One less thing to wash, just throw it away. So I'm going to get these all floured up, and then we're going to move on to frying. Actually, it's sauteing. We don't fry. Booyah! They are ready to go. Uh-oh, here we go. Now I'm going to take the zest off of, not even the whole thing, but one lemon, because zest gives it that really lemony kick in the teeth that you're going to like for this recipe. And like I said, I'm not doing the whole thing, just some of it, because a little goes a long way. But I am going to use the entire lemon and juice it. We're going to take the juice of this whole mamma jamma right here. There we go. Got it. Sometimes you gotta make noise when you're squeezing the lemon. Bam. Now, in my hot skillet, I'm gonna add about 3 or 4, probably 4 tablespoons of olive oil. We're not deep frying, we're sauteing, so it's gonna be shallow. It looks like a lot, but if I was using a measuring spoon, it'd probably be 4 tablespoons. Then I'm going to throw in a half a stick of butter. Whoa! A half a stick? Well, I don't use the whole thing. It's one of those things you work as you learn. So, or you learn as you work. So I found out pretty quick that a half a stick of butter was just too much. So I take it out. Trust me. Gotta use the whole thing. But butter and olive oil, they really do well. It gives the chicken extra flavor, and it just crisps up very nice. Now, remember I told you forget something? Well, I forgot to add paprika to my flour, so I just sprinkled these while they were on the plate. Better late than never, right? Yeah, you gotta go, budda. Too much. So I'm gonna fill this pan up with bits of chicken, my chicken little medallions, and we're gonna cook them till they're done. And I'm cooking these in batches. Don't overcrowd it. Here we go. Look at that. I'm going to turn these babies. Look at the good color. Yeah. Awesome. That's some good loving right there. This is the most tender chicken, I tell you what. And look how much 2 chicken breasts made. A lot. And I still have more to do. Alright. Now, I've emptied out most of the oil and butter. So I have a little fond at the bottom, a little crispy hard stuff. I'm going to put my shallots in, and I'm going to stir it around for about 1 minute. Just a minute. Just to get them started. I diced them up pretty small, but the flavor they give off is super good. So it's been a minute. Now I'm going to add the garlic. And this, I'm only going to go about 20 seconds. And you want to keep it moving, because garlic will burn, and when it burns, it gets bitter. So, keep it moving, and don't burn your garlic. Now to the rescue, we are going to add an entire can of chicken broth. And then we're going to add the lemon juice. Boom. So we're just going to stir this up and mix it up until it's, all combined. And I'm going to turn the heat up, and we're going to simmer it until, actually boil, but we're going to medium boil until it reduces by half. And this is what half looks like. When you run a spoon across it and you can see the pan, that it's time for the heavy cream. So this is 3/4 of a cup of heavy cream. Now, when you first put it in, there's citrus in there, and it looks like your sauce will break, but it doesn't. Just keep stirring it, and it'll come home to Papa. Look at that. Smooth, creamy, and delicious, and very lemony, I might add. So now we're going to put the chicken in. And of course, I do it one at a time because I like to make things painstakingly slow sometimes. I call it cooking with love. Don't rush it, you could dump it in, but all that sauce will go flying everywhere. And trust me when I say you don't want that sauce going anywhere but in your belly. So, I'm going to bring this up to a simmer. Actually, I'm going to flip it first. You want the sauce on both sides. Then you're going to crank this baby up to a simmer, and you're going to do it on a low simmer for about 5 minutes. You just want everything to combine and get to know each other and fall in love, all that good stuff. Now, the last accoutrement is lemon wedges. So I sliced them and then cut them in half. After this, set your timer for 5 minutes. You can see my sauce is already slowly simmering. It's just going to be awesome. You wait. Now I'm going to serve this on top of on a bed of wide noodles. I can't remember the name of it. It's Italian. It starts with a P. Papa Fartoli, or don't shoot me if I got it wrong. Anyway, they're made out of cauliflower. We found them and they're so good. Here's the noodles. I've already fixed that plate up and splashed sauce everywhere. Now I'm making Mrs. Dick's plate. She eats like a bird, so I didn't give her much. So a little lemon garnish. Then, straight from the garden, fresh parsley. I'm just ripping it and throwing it. We're almost done, people. Is your mouth watering? It's so tasty. It's economical. So I'm going to wipe that plate off for presentation, and here we go. Doesn't that just look good enough to eat? Lemon chicken. So good, so tasty, so easy to make. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, the thumbs up button, and leave a comment. And subscribe. Peace out.